What's up, guys? Welcome to Lithuania, where we are watching a game between Rohbrot. There we go. Rohbrot and Casper. Rohbrot is a longtime, well-known Spain player. He was one of the best with Spain. He had all types of strategies, FIs, revolts, all that type of stuff. Now in this game, he's playing as Mexico against Casper, who is playing as the Brits. Here's the Brits. This is Casper, and this is Mexico up here. So this should be an interesting one. I'm not sure. I mean, Rohbrot, like I said, he was very good with revolts and FIs. So I think that kind of fits right into his playstyle to play as the Mexicans. So yeah, this should be pretty good game. I'm not sure what his experience level is, but I'm sure he's familiar with those type of situations. So he takes a TP to start. Let's see if we can... he hasn't picked his deck yet. I expect to see some revolting. I don't watch a ton of Mexico games, so I'm eager to learn a little bit here. They do rush a lot, I know that, or they used to in the previous patch. Right now he's sending 2 settlers and a hacienda wagon. He also has a cheaper revolution returns card, which is, I think, pretty popular for this civ. And cathedral, that's also something you'll see pretty often. Over here on the British player side, he picks up a 75 food treasure, so that's really nice for him. He went 2 manners, pretty standard. It looks like he's not gonna go 15 is he? That would be psycho. No way. Okay, yeah, there it is. He's just a little bit late on queuing up the 16th, but looks like he's going to try to get a very early age up, going 16 vills here. There's the hacienda wagon for Rohbrot. That is heading forward. Let's see just how forward he does go with that. See if he's going to be ultra aggressive and look for a rush. It is heading, yeah, okay, so let's see what his line of sight is at this point. He's exploring with it, so he really doesn't know exactly where the TC is. This is like mid-map, so it's not super aggressive. Could have gone farther for sure. But anyway, he's going to stay there. Get his line of sight that he gets from that, which is pretty significant. And he is sending the independence movements, which makes revolutions and returns to Mexico cheaper. So that's a very valuable card. Let's see what he's going to hit up to age 2 with. And we are not able. Querétaro? I don't know how to say that. I'm not gonna try any more than I have. I don't know what that age up gives you. I wish we could see it. I had clicked it up. If I memorized all 5, I could have got it, but that's a little bit too difficult for me. Over here for the Brit player, he's got his market up, getting gang saw. Everybody chopping. He's going up with the governor, which is the outpost wagon plus 200 coin. He has scouted that forward hacienda, sending a villager forward to get some more line of sight via a manor shortly. I'm sure that's going to be his first one right here. Right, he's got enough for it. There it is. He's running it pretty far forward, so gets him plenty of line of sight to scout out what shipments are coming in up there. And he's up very early. I mean, he's going to hit before 4 minutes. Rohbrot a little bit later. Can we see? We can't really tell what his game plan is yet at this point. He's trying to kill the explorer, and he does. 1 shot from a settler. TC did most of the damage, but finished him off with a vill in the back of the base. That's pretty nice. So able to hide his strategy perhaps a little bit better. Let's see what exactly he gets as he hits up to age 2 here. So yeah, it looks like the British player was right around the 4-minute mark. Rohbrot for the Mexicans, 4:15. He's got the 200 XP there. A military wagon. He's going 700 wood, and he got the card. Okay, so next federal state grants its awards twice, and this card arrives fast. And next barracks upgrade is free, and a hacienda wagon grants 20 population and delivers 1. So that's a pretty efficient pop-wise card. That would give him 40 extra pop if he does send that. But it looks like that's not going to be his first card. It's a stealthy military wagon. I've seen this from Lionheart before, where he sends it off on the side and then saves it for H3 and puts an artillery foundry and uses that to upgrade falconets and culverins after like a revolution. So maybe that's an early sign of what Rohbrot has in mind here. Can't really tell yet, but potentially. It's off on the side, it's hiding, meaning he doesn't want to place it yet. And you can't place the artillery wagon. You can't use it for artillery foundry until you're in H3, so we'll see. We'll see what happens with that. Hopefully he doesn't forget about it. And the Brit player over here is going Huss. Huss start. That's pretty interesting. He went 3 700, 600 wood. He only gets 3 Huss, which could have potentially got a few more. Maybe one more. Ooh, he doesn't spot. Oh, he does spot the TP going up here. He's gonna kill the Explorer. Oh, and there's already the revolt from Rohbrot. He went with, what are we at? Central Americans. So now I think he'll drop that artillery foundry. Maybe. So he's got a bunch of coin crates here. Was that from the revolution? I'm not sure. But nothing yet happening since then. He can't train villagers anymore. He has 24 of them. I believe that gave him some bills when he aged up. I've done that revolt once or twice, I think. I think it gets like 7 bills if I'm correct. Because we're at the 630 mark. 24 is quite a few. So the Huss are just creating some idle time here. 3 more on the way. Vills, oh, he might lose one back here. Oh, nice shot killing the low HP one. So he's going to save all those Vills and get pretty effective and efficient shots from the TC and using villagers as well. So he's gathering up to go back with the revolt, return and go to industrial right off the bat. He's got the food and the coin. He just needs the wood now. He doesn't want to spend to call Minutemen because well, if he gathers this cow, he can afford it without slowing him down at all. But he's almost back. He's gonna hit back to the industrial age and have a bunch of shipments available, at least one for now. He wanted to get that TC. Okay, so it looks like the wagon wants to build an artillery foundry, but maybe he just like paused it. He placed. Let's see if Casper sees it. He might have saw a little glimpse of the wagon, but not really scouting it. Now, after making Huss, he's adding in double racks muskets. Again, just idling Rohbrot, but he's already got the return to Mexico in queue, so not going to delay him much longer. And he's totally idle, 24 vills, so not really much gathering here, and a lot of HP still left to drain from the Cesar. He'll be able to kill the Explorer once the age up comes in, but that Explorer probably does get a crack shot off and kill a Huss. Oh, look at this pillar. Oh my gosh, that actually saved them. And he's doing another one over here by the berry bushes. This is, oh my god. Oh, this one not so effective. And he might actually lose a vill because of it. He needs to delete this wall. Okay, he brings everybody in. That's smart. Very well done. Cool little use of wall segments there. First one definitely was effective. Maybe not so much the second one. And there's the artillery foundry. Is this like a meta thing now that people are doing when they do like FIs or revolts or whatever, and you just send an artillery wagon off on the side, build it, and then upgrade your Culves and Falcons? Seems like that might be the case. And 908, we return to Mexico. We have a whole bunch of crates, XP crates on the floor. Factory wagon is on the way. Huss are here, but not much HP left. Oh, he can't crack shot. That's right. What else can he possibly send? He's got a ton of H4 shipments. Jesus. Wow, that's a lot. Insurgents, maybe? He's going Soldados and Falconet. Okay. That is a solid shipment. But look at all these musketeers from Casper right now. They're sieging down the forward hacienda. And Yeah, there's a lot. I guess the benefit, what's good here for Rohbrot as he places down the factory wagon, is that he has another shipment. He'll be able to send heavy cannons right after the Soldado shipment comes in. So he may be able to hold. An outpost wagon is going up. Not an outpost wagon, but he's building an outpost, which I guess it's a little bit of extra support fire, but I don't even know if that's going to get up. The muskets are coming in pretty quick. That really should be a house, because he needs a house. He can't ship the heavy cannons because he's popped. The soldados are about to pop. Villagers escaping out the back to mine some gold, which is a smart idea. Soldados have 300 HP though, so these guys are tanky. This factory is going to be just fine. It's switched over to coin gathering, and he just needs to drop down a house, send 2 heavy cannons, and he'll be just fine. I mean, he can get heavy cannons in at 10 minutes. That's pretty wild. Casper, meanwhile, at 49 bills. He's still in age 2. Still going Scouts Guard, Musk, and Grenadier attack. Still going Musk Huss. He's going back in to try to pressure that factory. Soldados are out. The Falc is unprotected, so that's really good split. Separating his muskets and his Huss in 2 different groups and easily getting that Falc. And he should actually be able to get all the Soldados just because of sheer numbers. And if he can snare them, oh, the Huss does go down. If he had these Huss up on the front line, he might have been able to get them. Here comes the Musk attack, which will boost the siege damage as well from 20 up to, what about 23? And now he's just sieging the factory. Rohbrot does get the 2 heavy cannons in on time and massive shots on the muskets. Another one. Oh man, that's a bunch of muskets going down. Age 2 muskets. So, okay, now we're looking pretty good. He's trying to get veteran Soldado, I believe. He's got heavy cannon in production from the factory. 3/4 of the way through. Next shipment. What is he gonna wait for? He can send something. I mean, he can even send 1,600 wood. That's a pretty wild shipment at 12 minutes. Vet Soldados coming in, and they're being healed by one of the explorers. I'm very curious what he's waiting for. Maybe he's just trying to gather up for some gold. Okay, he opts for the 33 insurgents, which is a good choice. He's probably gonna get vet insurgents as well. Yeah, there it is. And he'll have a very strong army here. He'll get his 3rd heavy cannon as soon as he can drop down a house, which actually is gonna be quite a while because he is heavily popped. 17 over pop right now, so he needs to build 2 houses. No, he actually needs to build 3 houses before that heavy will pop. That actually is pretty painful. But still, either way, he'll have a very, very nice push. He'll probably leave a few Soldados back, I would think, and send the insurgents with the heavy cannons forward. But let's take a look at what our British player here has going. He's aging up. He's got longbow and Q. He's got 40 muskets with attack boosted. He's got log flume just now. That'll help his wood gathering. Even though he only has 3 vills on wood, it's a good upgrade if you ever... Well, he's max manner, so that might not actually be such a smart upgrade at this point. His eco is really going crazy though. If he didn't get that, he would basically have the resources to go straight to industrial. But right now he gets the vision of 3 heavy cannons coming right to his base. He needs to get an arsenal, not an arsenal, an artillery foundry down ASAP, or he's gonna be in some real trouble. No upgrades yet for the proxy artillery foundry for Rohbrot. Yeah, I mean, I guess it's just so it doesn't die. It's just kind of strange. But anyway, here we are. Brit has reached the fortress age. Nothing that's gonna immediately save him though. I want to see first what the next shipment for Rohbrot will be before we switch over to see what the Brit player has going for him. 1,600 wood. That's an incredibly valuable shipment. Incredibly valuable. Nothing that's going to help immediately, but that's definitely a long-term play. 2 Falcons about to pop for the British player. He's going in with the muskets, and they're just getting wrecked. They're getting absolutely wrecked. Oh my gosh. 2 Falcons pop from the outposts in the back. Minutemen, villagers, explorer, muskets get veteran status, and they're going in. His longbow are in the back. 1 heavy cannon is down. 2 more still up. The Falcon, one of them is still alive with barely any HP. That is now down. The last heavy cannon is very low. Villagers are doing some damage to it. Muskets are still alive. And it looks like British has held this. Lost quite a few villagers for sure, but he is still alive. And that's the main thing. You just got to do whatever you can. Sacrifice as many villagers as you have to stay in the game, and then try to figure it out from there. He has officially held. 2 villagers are currently on food. He's dropping 2 town centers right now and shipping 8 villagers. So this is, I don't know if this is a read or just kind of what he felt like he could do with what he currently has resource wise, but he's switching it completely economically focused now. He must feel like he's going to be safe for quite a while. Going 3 TCs, sending 8 vills after he just got an all-in push. Well, not all-in because Rohbrot is still alive, but it's pretty interesting because Rohbrot followed up that push with 1,600 wood. Let's see what he did with that. Did he cancel that? No, he did send it. I mean, I can't really tell you what he actually did with that. Oh, there it is. Okay, he's sending the lancers. That is 1,000 wood and 1,000 food. So he used most of that for these lancers. That's gonna be tough if he decides to push. So now we are switching lanes. It wasn't necessarily an economic investment by Rohbrot. It was a military investment. So 2 more heavies, a nice 10 Soldado and 15 Lancer army. This is going to be a very tough push to hold for the British player again. But he has scouted that. He's got a Culverin in queue. Should be able to get at least 1 more. 3 would be ideal, but he's going to have to settle for 2 here. He's got TC's spamming vills out. He's at 64 vills. He does get the second Culverin. 30 vills for Rohbrot, but he does have the factory. So you got to consider that. These Lancers are going in on the muskets. I'm not sure this is a great idea. I guess it's looking really good. Okay, now they got nearly 500 HP, so that actually was very good trade for Rohbrot, and he's gonna get the 2 Culverins as well. So the HP on these is what makes the difference. That's a lot of HP. So now we have a few goons out to try to hold this. But Soldados with their grenades taking down TC, as well as 2 heavy cannons. And Casper is in a very tough situation, regardless of how strong his eco might be. Everything is being destroyed right now. Rohbrot following this up with more Soldados, more heavy cannons, waiting on a shipment. It might be the Apache. He's nearly there for the wood that he needs. Man, so much siege going on. It's so loud in my ears. I'm going to look away for a second. And Apache is what's arriving, or will be arriving pretty shortly. Some goons do get some hits, take out 1 Lancer. Casper had a really nice pinch military movement earlier in the game where he flanked the Falconet and was able to get some good value splitting up his army in direction. And he's going to get another nice benefit of splitting up his military. He's going to get this heavy cannon here for free. 5 Soldado are there, and they're in melee, so maybe Oh, it's going to go down still, but yeah, another good split. Bringing the Husk back, using the goons to kill the heavy. These Soldado, I mean, there's super high HP units on the field right now for Rohbrot, with the Lancers, the heavy cannons, and the Soldados. Just super high amounts of HP. And here come the Apache. Let's check out their stats. They have a 35 range attack 3 times versus heavy cav. 1.25 against villagers, so very good raiders. Very fast, 7.25 speed. Yeah, these are very solid units. 30% range resist. It's even more than a goon, but we have an unprotected heavy cannon. The Apache are distracting, and one heavy is going down by 5 goons. And maybe even a second. At least half of the HP that... Oh my god, the value on this. Oh my, almost 2 heavies. But meanwhile, up here, the Apache getting good trades against the goons. Another heavy has been created. Now we have some cavalry and a mortar that are coming in for Rohbrot's Mexico. He is at 35 vills. Casper's at 78. Sending longbow and making longbow. Ooh, he's going to be able to pick off this last heavy cannon. Well, not the last heavy cannon, but the remaining health on that particular heavy cannon. He's getting pretty good value out of these goons, but these Apache are really going to give him some trouble. I guess that's why he's switching over to longbow now. And maybe just hoping for longbow goon to be able to deal with the heavy cannons here. His eco is so spread out. He's on the corners of the map. He has a bunch of idle villagers because he's running out of hunt now. Hunt is all around the edges of the map and more towards his opponent now. So that's the biggest problem. Is just he's got a lot of villagers, but he's got 55 on wood. And now we have a very tough composition for Casper to deal with. We have cavalry, ranged cavalry, heavy cannons. It's gonna be very tough. I'm like really surprised that Rohbrot hasn't found the chance to send the second factory, actually. I mean, it does cost a lot, but I guess it does cost. That's 1,000 resources. That's pretty quick. I mean, pretty expensive. The mortar is here too. So sieging down one of the TCs remaining for the British player. I don't know how you hold this, man. This is just so much stuff. He's sending out vills again to take out the heavy cannon, which is what he needs to do. Longbow are here. They're doing pretty decent. All the hand cavalry are down for Mexico. And it just might be enough. No, look at all these Soldado. They're just going to wreck the longbow. Another heavy cannon on the way. Some of the villagers shooting at the mortar. They might head over to that heavy cannon when they spot that. Yeah, I think... No, they're actually running away. 77 villagers. That's still quite a bit. And looking at the score, I'm sure Casper still thinks he's in this game completely. Like, still fighting. But he must realize that... Okay, he does have a couple of mills established on the edge of the map. Maybe too close to the edge. I feel like villagers maybe can't gather on that one. Maybe that's why he only has 6 on it. Going for a flank on the heavy cannon. Not going to be successful. The Apache are there. The Apache are starting to dwindle in numbers. Oh my gosh, a triple kill. It's just ridiculous. More goons going down. He might get this. He does get the heavy cannon, but I don't know, man. I don't know if it's worth it. That was like 10 goons. And they have vet muskets for Brit versus vet soldado. It's just the stats literally double the HP. Double the HP. This mortar is actually getting a lot done. Apache are finding villagers now on the left side, and they have a bonus versus villagers. That's going to be extra effective at killing them. 72 vills. There's still 1 TC up in the top where he does have a couple mills. But Vill's at the bottom going down quick, and there's not really much to defend him. He throws down an emergency barracks, and some pike are in cube. H2 pike. I don't think they're going to be able to save the day. These guys have high HP, high attack. They'll wreck 5 pike pretty quick unless they're completely blindsided. Trying to wall him in, really trying to wall him in, sacrificing a bunch of vills for it. He could actually queue goons here, which would have been the better move. Pike are on the way out. Can they get there and save these vills? They get a couple hits on them. Yeah, there we go. But once they get off the snare, they'll be... Oh my gosh, and there's so many other vills up here. 6 muskets going into the base, but they're going to be met with a couple heavy cannons. Getting blasted. Trying to go for a raid, but not going to get anything done there. Oof. Another... Okay, so we have 3 heavy cannons now. Rohbrot did get the second factory down. And he's got native warriors are trained. Oh, he was canceling that shipment that he had in queue. Oh, and there we go. Looks like that basically came down to Casper running out of just feeling like he didn't really have anything he could do, getting raided on the side here. Trying to use Age 2 pikemen to fend off the Apache. Just getting pushed off all the hunts, only mills left, and his entire base pretty much destroyed. And seeing 3 heavy cannons in the base of Rohbrot, he's just like, you know, there's really nothing I'm going to be able to do in the long term. He did have a lot of villagers, but just never could really hold the big pushes. He held the first one, but I mean, I thought that was kind of a bizarre choice when he decided to go for 8 vill shipment and adding 2 TCs right after the big push, and it looked like it might be okay, but then Rohbrot used that 1600 wood to send those lancers that ended up wrecking musketeers and pretty much everything. So let's take a quick look at the charts here. Villager chart. This is resource gather chart. Rohbrot way behind all game, but it doesn't matter when factories making heavy cannons are not taken into consideration in these graphs. The free units that he gets, the shipment values that he's getting. Let's take a look at the villager count. I mean, look at that. That's just wow. This is all about momentum and pushing the tempo. When you have military advantage, utilizing that, even though you're so far behind economically, just having that timing and utilizing it. I wanted to look at free units. Rohbrot with 14,000 free units. There's nowhere to see how many heavy cannons or the value of the heavy cannons were provided with the factories, but I mean, we add that in, it's just like an insane amount of resources generated from the factories and the heavy cannons. So interesting game here. Rohbrot definitely still has it, even though he's not playing Spain. He is a top player for sure, showing us how the Mexicans can be used for the late game and revolutions, heavy cannons, soldados, everything. Really nice game by him. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.